Kaitlin Hunt is an aspiring female professional football coach. Football certainly runs in this family. It's in the blood because she is the daughter of current SuperSport United head coach Gavin Hunt, and Kaitlin is slowly but surely making a mark also in sports science and in the world of sport, and she's here with us in studio tonight to tell us more about her journey. Good evening, Kaitlin, and thank you very much for joining us.
No, thank you for having me. Always good to see you, always good to be here.
Yeah, we always say Gavin Hunt's daughter. That's how we introduce you. I hope you don't mind. But who's Kaitlin Hunt, and where's the family from, and how's your journey been?
Yeah, I think it's been a bit of a long journey, but I think, although it's my dad, I think, that's not what I'm defined on. I think I'm a lot of defined on my work and, what I'm currently experiencing in life. So yeah, sports science, biokinetics, football, I'm a part of it. That's my world. So yeah, that's Kaitlin Hunt, and definitely want to leave the Gavin Hunt part, up to the side.
And where's the family from?
The family's from all over. I'm originally from Cape Town, so yeah, but obviously we moved wherever, my dad was based. So it's mainly been Joburg. I studied in Cape Town and I'm back in Joburg. So yeah, Joburg is my base for now.
And the fact that you're involved in football, whether it's been coaching or sports science, is it safe to say it's because of your dad? Is he the big influence?
I definitely think football was a big part of our life, but I definitely don't think it was the be all and end all and he was the main influence. I definitely think, I've always had a love for, the body and understanding sports science and stuff like that. And I don't think, he played a part, but I did love, that side of it. So that's why I went into studying it. And I also suffered with injuries myself. So yeah, that's where the love of sports science and biokinetics came from. And yeah, long may it continue.
Did you suffer from injuries because you played also? Did you play, Kaitlin?
And unfortunately, I never played the game. So that's why I've got such a huge love for the game. I've always wanted to give back to the game in a different way. So that's where, the sports science side, the biokinetics, injuries and stuff like that. I just think I have so much to give the game. So I never got to play it, unfortunately. But yeah, hopefully I can give back to the game in a different way.
And talk to us about sports science then, because it's an important part of the game, and I see clubs now are taking it very seriously, especially here at home. What value does it bring to the game? Yeah,
I think it's massive nowadays. I think, compared to the olden days and now, clubs there's so much buy-in, teams are spending so much more money, you're getting proper professionals in, and I think it's the right way. And I've always said, football players and athletes, that's their body, that's their money-making tool, and we've got to give them the professionals that help them. So I think, clubs investing in it and spending so much time. I think sports scientists are so undervalued. They can bring so much value to a club and to players. So it's fantastic to see that there's so much investment and so much backing from clubs, and long may it continue.
And do you think there's an understanding from the players now themselves about the importance of just looking after their bodies?
Yeah, definitely. I think education is a big thing. I think a lot of the players don't really understand what it takes and what they have to do for their body. So I think the education part is massive. Not us just being there, but educating the players, telling them this is how their bodies work, this is how they do things, recovery, injuries, and the players, that's their bodies, that's what they do. They've got X amount of time in football, and we have to capitalize and maximize their time on the field, and they have to look after their bodies.
It's not just about eating.
No, there's much more to it than just eating.
There's the big term that they like to use, regeneration. That's also a big part of it.
Yeah.
And what is regeneration?
Regeneration, jeepers. So yeah, it's funny, there's all these different terms, and there's nutrition, there's sports science, there's biokinetics, injuries, there's so many different things that go a part of a bigger picture. So I definitely don't think it's just sports science. There's definitely nutrition, and there's so many different facets to the players and the bodies and what they're going through. So yeah, we have to look after these players as much as we can.
And for you then, how far do you think it can take you? Where would you like to go with what you've studied so far?
I've definitely, I've set big dreams for myself, and that's why I went through studying and the process of getting a degree. I definitely didn't want anything handed to me. I certainly want to work hard for what I want to get in life, and I certainly see myself working at a very high level. I've always been fascinated by the women's game. The women's game is really something that I would love to be involved with, and I've always been passionate about the youth as well. So yeah, that's a big focus of mine. I would love to work in the Hollywood Bets, or the highest level of football in South Africa. So the women's game is something which really interests me, and I dream big, and hopefully one day we can make it there.
Yeah, and you're involved with Warriors FC now. Tell us more about that involvement.
Yeah, so I was there originally, and obviously I went through BSI, and I've been through different clubs, and I focused more on youth academy then, and I have a lot of passion for the younger kids. I believe what we give them and the tools we give them really shapes them for the future. So yeah, the clubs I've been involved with for the past 2-3 years have really been about youth development. So yeah, I would like to shift my focus a little bit over to the women's game now and see maybe where that could take me. I think there's a big gap gap at the moment for female sports scientists, female coaches, female managers, and I think it's about time that we need to take up that space.
Yeah, and when it comes to youth football, do you also then, is sports science also important that you have to start them at a young age to understand just the importance of the other side of the game?
Yeah, I definitely think, I've worked with athletes as young as 12, 13, and I mean, you're getting them, they're like babies, and they're walking into a world where you got to teach them that it's not just football. There's so much more to it than stepping on a field and just kicking a ball. So yeah, you're getting them at a very tender age, and you're having to educate them and teach them about sports science and how their bodies work. And they're also going through growing, and there's emotions, there's all these different things they're trying to understand while wanting the bigger picture of wanting to make it in professional football. But we all know that it's not just kicking a ball on a field and you go home. There's so much more to it, and I think getting them at such a young age is, it's something so special. We're really shaping them for the future, and I think we play a big role in how they carry themselves in their football going forward.
Do you also teach your dad a few things about sports science? Is he open to being taught?
Of course, yeah, definitely. We've had many conversations about sports science. As I said, I'm a biokineticist. My twin sister is a physiotherapist. So, we definitely have that medical and like sports background to us. So, yeah, we've had many conversations about, coaching, but it's not just about coaching, and we've explained as well that there's technical teams nowadays play such a vital role in the bigger picture of the success of a team. So, although the coach does the coach's things, but, there's a lot of other people along the way that really make the bigger picture what it is.
And you seem to be very close with your dad, and you would think that will be hard because he's always traveling, but we've seen on social media, you've seen you attend the games. It seems like it's a close-knit relationship here.
Yeah, one thing is I love football. I'm so invested in it. I've got so much love for the game and so much passion for the game. Yes, he is my dad and, the football side, but I just love the game so much. So, whenever I get the opportunity to watch his team play, I go, whether it's in Joburg or, where that may be. And the biggest thing is just support. I love being there, being part of the games, and, the crowd's always amazing. So, and I definitely think South African football needs more support. So if I can be the one number that watches more games and attends the games, then so be it. But yeah, we definitely need more people in the stadiums. So yeah, support is always good.
SuperSport United needs more support also. But talking
all
about
South African teams do.
Talking about going to watch him, you went to go watch him. We saw you to celebrate a huge milestone, coaching his 1,000 game for in the PSL, and then the lights went off, which was not good. But how proud are you as a family just of what he's achieved and how he's been able to stick it out as a player as well as a coach?
Yeah, I think it gave me goosebumps being there. It was just amazing to see like the milestone he's hit. I think we don't realize how big, like a massive milestone 1,000 games is. We see 200, 300, but 1,000 is just like, it's unbelievable. To spend so many seasons in the PSL, giving back to football, it's been amazing. And it was a big moment for our family. I mean, my sister flew out from Cape Town as well, and it was nice to be there for the first 45 minutes, and then we won't talk about the rest. But yeah, it was a very proud moment, and long may it continue. He's got so much to give the game, and yeah, forever proud of him, and just support him as a daughter.
Yeah, and we wish you all the best, Kaitlin Hunt. You're making a name for yourself, not just Gavin Hunt's daughter, even though there's nothing wrong with being known as Gavin Hunt's daughter. So do you support SuperSport United?
Of course, we support every club that he goes to. So yeah, we support them.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for joining us here on Sports Live. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and we want to follow you on social media. Very active, a true inspiration also for young girls and women in sport.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kaitlin Hunt, speaking to us here just about her own journey, not just being Gavin Hunt's daughter. And she does support SuperSport United, as we've confirmed there.